What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Mr. Bagel's channel for trading analysis. It was a pretty darn good day. Some of our trades really took off, and let's talk about those trades. Obviously, market was not doing as good as you would hope. I guess when you saw Trump ring the bell at New York Stock Exchange, you would think that it would really take off from there. It didn't. However, we also know that Broadcom reported very good earnings. I mean, they didn't quite beat expectations on revenue, small beat on EPS, but forecast is really good, right? Much better than other semis. So we can expect a little bit of strength. Wanted to look at SPY for a minute. I think QQQ would just be really good. At the time of this recording, futures are up for about 0.4%, which would likely take SPY higher from here as well. You want to see SPY closes above 60.80 today, okay? I mean, declining volume, but this is not that good, but by the looks of it, it will be better, right? It's very important that we find bid at this level on this moving average on 4-hour chart. Declining volume, that's quite good. Not the best, but I think another new all-time high is coming pretty soon. Even if the market is showing some signs of weakness, there are still places you can look that you can still find value in. And one of those places is going to be with semiconductors. So we talked about ARM, right? It was beautiful. I scaled out just below 150 because I was looking at 10-minute chart. I was seeing some weakness. It was a pretty good profit. I was happy to take out some of it, right? So when you see this very strong ramp, I actually scaled it more on this one. Actually, no, I was using 15 minutes. Okay, this is really good, right? After you've seen this kind of surge and this kind of wick with very low volume, right? Relatively, to the previous one. When the volume is kind of high on the sell side, you want to wait for another candle to show it. Okay, there is weakening in selling pressure that you can actually go in. If it happens to find support on moving average, that's even better. That's your A plus for day trading setup. And I bought more over here. I bought some more at open because we found this one, but they were trying to grab some liquidity. I hope if you bought at the open, you didn't get stopped out, because there's no reason to cut it at that level. Markets like to do that. All right. And then when I moved over to 10 minutes, I saw a different story. We went up. Let me just make sure I zoom out, right? Increasing volume on the upside and then a small sell, you would believe that, hey, this is going up. But when I saw this, okay, obviously 149.99 could be a new resistance because you look at that wick and we are not able to take out that level. So that is to tell you that, hey, maybe the buying is not as strong as we would hope. So you wait for a little bit. The same thing happened again. 149.99. This is where you would consider it just scale out, right? This is not a sell signal. This is not a bearish signal. This is a signal for you to scale out a little bit and hoping to maybe buy some shares back at a better level, right? And then the idea is it went down on increasing volume, right? And then we went up, very weak buying, and you would just send it down again, and then up and down. And this is the type of higher high and higher low that you would really hope for. So it is to tell you that, hey, buyers are still in, right? No need to panic. We have very good close. Very good close on the daily. Yeah, there's nothing to report here. We're still in this arm trade, right? Look at this volume, right? It was already like very determining it. This is good. We're going up. Then the market didn't want to wait anymore. It goes, let's take it from here, right? Like maybe all time high is brewing again. So that's what happened. And I don't think ARM is gonna have a cool off today. I hope it does. We always want our trades to have a little bit of cooling off before it takes off again. It's healthier that way. So don't be feared to see any kind of red candle. That's a part of it, right? It's always good to have a little bit of breather. As long as the breather is just a breather, then we're all good. I have been out of this caterpillar trade. I closed my short just before the close. This is good. It helped us really print it because this was a put contract, $390 strike, and expiring on Friday. Didn't want to hold it for way too long, but this could potentially be a swing short. If there's better price and more evidence that tells me that okay, this will continue to drop, I will re-enter the short. Okay, how did I know this short? We reported this on the channel. Just a really bad reject, right? With very good volume on the downside, you just short it from there. Not just rejected on the trend line, it also got rejected on the 20 days moving average, right? I mean, what more do you want? this is this is a really good short setup. Um, so LRCX, if this is concerning you, guys, this is not bad. Okay, BX still green. We obviously have this MACD still, have the cross, and this will not be crossing again to the downside anytime soon. And you better believe, lower high and lower low, but weak volume. And I guess Broadcom is going to take the market higher today. This name can really find some support, right? RSI still right at this yellow line. We have been accumulating, and note this one right here is actually higher than before, which is really closely corresponding to what we're seeing on the chart. This is a higher high, taking out this level. So down, consolidating. This is consolidation. All right. I don't care if Jeffries has reduced its price target on Lam Research from 95 to 90. 90 is still pretty darn good. Okay. These are just liquidity grabs. Just ignore these things. It might even be better actually. I do actually appreciate sometimes that these analysts are doing these sneaky things because they want better price. And if you know the way they're operating, you can always be on the same side with them, and you never lose. Right? Well, never say never, but they're most likely gonna be right 99% of the time. Yeah, we're still kind of respecting this 20 days moving average. You might even want to sell some puts if you like, but the movement will usually be much stronger after a period of consolidation, and that's what we're seeing now. Once it closes above 79.83, you know what? Just buy with your eyes closed. Okay, it's just gonna take off. Yeah, Palo Alto also wanted to talk about this name a little bit. I thought it could have been a short, but this is obviously a long. I entered the position, took out a little bit because I don't think the risk reward is there for me. Just because even if we do make all time high, that's probably like 2%. Yeah, but 4 hour up, slow up, still pretty good. Moving over to 1 hour, I think you can still see the pretty much the same story. Yeah, thank God we closed above $400 and found a little bit of support right at the end, and as Nasdaq is going to gap up, most likely it will be gapping up. This name can see all-time high pretty soon. All right, very same for other big tech. Like if you're just looking at Amazon, I don't want to go too much detail in it. It looks just fantastic. Uh, Microsoft and all the other names, these are all looking really good. Okay, big tech has more room to run. Semi, I think it's gonna be good for the rest of the month. Some notable shorting, also Eli Lilly. You know, what my one regret was not shorting Lilly at Monday Open because I saw this trade on the weekend, right? What do you see here? You see a reject. You see another reject. You see a fake up and still close below the same moving average. And then Monday Open gap down, it just went down from there, right? I was trying to find a better price, but didn't have the opportunity. It was just down. Okay, right? Down, we went back up. Wow, this is what? This is resistance, and we just went down from there, right? And sometimes when you see these kind of things, you don't really want to wait. You just want to add some positions at the open. If there's better price for you to add again, you will add it. If the volume and pattern, everything tells you to do so, you add it. But sometimes it's very well when you have conviction on something, but you are being hesitant and you miss out on the trade, it doesn't feel great, right? So scale in, scale out, never just do like, you know, I'm gonna be buying in bulk and I'm gonna be taking out everything all at once, right? That's not how trading is. You always want to be scaling out when there's evidence to tell you to do so, and scaling in when the same thing tells you to do so, okay? So Lily can potentially have more downside to go. Um, Obviously, like even if you want to just do like 5 days or 10 days to expiration kind of put contract, very far out of money. I think that kind of trade, with very small exposure, I think Eli Lilly is gonna be able to provide that kind of opportunity for that kind of short. It did this week. I don't know if it will again next week because we want to see that weekly close. Right now it looks like the weekly close is gonna be very bad. Yeah, that's very bad. That's already very bad. Even if it finds bid, oh, that's bad. Okay. Um, if it closes below this moving average and then the next week it gap out a little bit, maybe through 806 or something, or maybe even just finds $800 as new resistance, then you short it, right? There's no questions there. Okay, and that's for today. And once again, this is not any financial advice. You are trading on your own risk. I'm just providing you with what I'm seeing here on the market. And market has been providing a lot of opportunities this week, and hopefully it will continue to do so next week and for the remaining of the year, hopefully. And once again, if you do enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe and like the video. If there's any question, make sure you leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you again next week. Bye now.